All right, I think we are live, if I did everything correctly. Welcome in, everybody. I am starting a little bit early, so we'll wait a couple of minutes before we kick things off. Just had to get off of work for the day. Let me just make sure that we are actually live here. Yep. All right. We're good to go. We are now live. So, as you can tell, couldn't quite do the long-term simulation quite yet here for our Colorado Rockies draft only franchise. I feel like I'm not done with this team quite yet. It's been an incredible run. Capped off by the World Series win against the Yankees. We got our revenge. How's it going, Bozo? And we got our revenge against the Yankees. And I just feel like that's not the end of the story. It would be a good end of the story. I got to see a little bit more Neil Dorsey. I got to see a little bit more Rafael Murillo before I'm done with this team. J-Dot, how you doing? Happy to have you here in chat. So, with that said, we're going to go the whole thing. I literally have not opened this game since we won the World Series. I've been playing College Football 25, having a lot of fun there, but it's time to continue the story here of our Rockies. So let's advance to the offseason. We're going to do the offseason together. We're going to do the entire season together. I gotta be honest. We're going to not spend too much time in the regular season. Of course, we'll periodically stop and look at stats and stuff like that. But mostly we're gonna do the off season and we're gonna do the playoffs, and then we're gonna get through the regular season as quickly as we can here. Here's the retirement screen. We'll see if anybody makes it to the Hall of Fame. Freddie Freeman, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Dorsey gonna hit 900 home runs throughout his career. He's gonna hit something special, that's for sure. Don't stop, Sim 10 plus. Eventually we will. I will before I put MLB The Show 24 to rest. We will be simulating out the entire careers of these guys. For this stream though, we're going to be doing just season 8. I plan on doing probably 3 of these kind of streams where it's a season-long stream, go through 10 seasons, and then after that do one big long video where we go through the rest of everybody's career. That is my current plan. Not all on this stream though, but we will be seeing the entire careers of Murillo and Dorsey. Once those two guys retire, I'll put the game away and put it to bed. Gotta finish edit. Yeah, I can watch your video. I'm subbed to you, so your videos pop up and I give them a watch occasionally. All right. With that being said, let's go, and we got a couple of coaches here to offer contracts to. And we have our manager. Did he retire? No, he's right here. I think you got to bring Vance Wilson back. Do 10 seasons an episode. Oh boy. If we simulated 10 seasons, because here's the thing, I actually want to hop into some playoff gameplay. Dorsey's retiring. Dorsey will be playing his entire career at Colorado Rocky. That is 100% sure. We're gonna reoffer here on Wilson. Let's give him $5 million for 3 years. No, I want higher than that. I want him to actually come here. Although honestly, can we justify paying that much for a coach now that our roster is getting maybe 2 years? Nah, we'll go with, I did not want to do 4. Screw it. Brought the Rockies their first ever championship. Rocha, rising star maybe. Hey, Rocha, I'm excited for him. He was awesome in the minor leagues last year. Figueroa wasn't so good. He would have played for us in the playoffs last year. And if I didn't mess it up. All right, what kind of ratings do we want from our first base coach? With our third base, we got durability, speed. So I think I'm going to turn the injuries off at this point. So durability isn't as clutch as it has been so far, you know, keeping Murillo on the field. Looking more for other stuff. Can we get some stealing? I don't know if it's going to be enough to help anybody actually steal is the problem. Arm accuracy, fielding, and speed. I like Steve Baca here. I actually think this is who we had. Offer 1.3. My bad. That was the timer telling me it was time to stream. I just started a little early. Oh no, like you said, do 2 more episodes. Yeah, I'm gonna do 10. Once we get to season 10, there's gonna be a finale. I don't think I'm gonna stream the finale because that could take so many years. So here is what we've got here for our unrestricted free agents. You know, we need stealing. Yeah, here's the thing though. Is like a couple of stealing really gonna help us? We need like 20 stealing, not 3. All right, Michael Kopech. I think he pitched well for us last year to try to keep around. It wasn't great with the ERA, but the 1.13 whip was good. Let's do like 3.5. Hey, congratulations, Faraji. Glad to see things are looking up for you. Smeltzer also, of course, going to get... Until Smeltzer doesn't produce for us, he's getting the offer. Smeltzer's an automatic offer here. Logan Cerny, though, I think it is his time. We have some infielders that I think we can call up. Steve Baca is back, and Vance Wilson is back. So no changes to the coaching staff. I think Baca was our guy, if I'm not mistaken. And Smeltzer has already accepted his offer. Kopech hasn't, so he'll hit free agency likely. All right. So here's the guys that we have that we could lose to the Rule 5 draft. Cortez, I think, is probably just going to fill in for Cerny as our new backup infielder. 76 overall. Let's go. Backup infielder. Has really good contact versus lefties. Solid speed and stealing. Stealing actually might be the best on the entire team. So maybe potential pinch runner for us. Happy to be of help, Raji. And thanks for supporting the channel as well. I mean, his discipline, like this guy could be a good pinch hitter and runner. I think late in the games, then you need a good contact bat. His clutch is solid. So I think he's ready for the show. The other guy is Anton Hernandez. We got to get this guy on our 40 man. We're not losing Anton here. My game just crashed. No, it didn't. It was just froze for a second. All right, cool. All right. Other than that, I mean, Barrett, I remember Barrett. He's probably one of the worst draft picks we've made all series long, excuse me. Up to a 67 overall now, but I don't think he'll get taken in the Rule 5. All right, now time for arbitration. Robbie Barreto getting a contract for sure. What's our budget at? So we have an 83 million projected surplus right now. Are there any big contracts we're handing out this year? Should we give Brian Doe a bag this season, or should we play it year by year? Or does it not show awards? Does he not have any? Did he not win postseason MVP? But he did. Am I tripping? The bag for Doe? Or do we renew his contract? If we try to go, say he's 24, if we try to go 10 years, he is looking for 12 mil a year. I think I'm willing. Only 12 million a year? How many years of team control? I mean, he's still got 5. But if we pay him now, it's only 10 million a year for 10 years, or 12 million. It's actually faster if you do it this way. Pro tip: if you're trying to give somebody the bag, figure out what they want at the year value that you're looking to pay them. Go back to 1 year. You'll get to the number a lot faster that way. Once that star roll, I mean, he's going to be hitting leadoff for us at least until Richie James comes up. We're going to try to get Brian Doe to a 10-year offer. He's going to be the latest long-term signee for this team. Other than that, I don't think there's anybody else here I'm looking. If Jose Barreto had a better start to his year, I'd maybe look to pay him long-term. Other than that, I think we're going. I think that's 12 million. Yes, I do think it will go up. I mean, he's almost close to his potential. I mean, I think we drafted it at 89, so it's probably like 90 or 91 right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna offer him now. I think he'll want more later. He's been too important of a piece for us in the playoff. All right, everyone else here, we're just gonna renew. Oops. This part's gonna take a few minutes, so just bear with me. Gonna renew on him. We're gonna renew on Walsh. Oh, I keep pressing cancel. Roadshow, we're gonna renew. Gotta find a way to get him some playing time this year. Antone gets the pay increase. Congratulations to him. Trying to rebuild the White Sox in the recent. Yeah, it's all a matter of luck. Luckily for us, a lot of the kind of worst drafts have come when we were already kind of built. I don't know if they changed it in an update or something. I felt like I was getting better drafts earlier on in the year. I'm actually not sure about Saul Frank. I'm going to wait on that. Not sure about Levine. Not sure about Datris. We'll wait on those guys for now. Definitely gonna keep Salazar, Avalos. These guys are definitely guys we're gonna continue to develop in the minors. The reason I'm not sure about Saul Frank is because we could bring up Bill Myers, who's another lefty, same overall. Save a little bit of money. Could help us. All right, let's keep going down this list. Got Richie James. We've had some bad drafts too. It's been kind of crazy recently, honestly. I mean, actually, I've had some decent drafts, just no like. It's kind of been crazy. I feel like this last draft for in this series actually had a lot of really decent players, like B+ players, more than usual, for sure. But not any like A like awesome players. It's kind of depth over high quality at the top, which is kind of rare for this game, honestly. I didn't mind it. This part's just going to be a little tedious here. We're almost done. You guys who are only asking for 80,000, I don't care how bad you are at baseball. That's a good way to save money. It's the guys that start asking for $750,000, you have to start wondering if it's worth it. This guy's 51 overall, geez. All right. Anybody here that we don't want to offer? I don't think we're offering Montero. I don't think we're offering Valdez, which means we're probably keeping Datris and Levine, or we're selecting people in the Rule 5 draft. Let's see where our position numbers lie if we just release Valdez. Montero we might keep. He's a little bit better. So many first basemen. How many of them can play third? Montero can technically. He's pretty bad at it. How much is Montero asking for? He wants just a grand. Catcher position is impossible to draft a good one. Yeah, I traded for it in this series, which I got lucky, and then the series I did last year, got a good one in the first year. So I've like been able to. No, your depth, brother. Sure, we'll offer him a mil to stay for one more year, I think. Robbie Barreto. How many more years of team control does he have? We still got several years. We can go year by year, but then I want to see if we can extend him maybe in his final arbitration year. Figueroa, we're going to go on a year by year basis. So offered him 3.7 there. We'll offer him like just 3 flat here. We offered him 2.7 here. We'll offer him 2.1 here maybe. Montgomery. We already lost one outfielder, so I don't know if we want to lose another one. Same year. Wants 2.8. We'll offer that exactly to him. We'll offer him a slight raise on his arbitration. Mari Lozano pitched well in the playoffs and had a much better whip than he's had before in his past. So we're gonna offer him maybe like a 2-year deal. 2 year 6. Offer him like 2.2 in arbitration. Drew Romo. Just sign him through arbitration. We did sign that catcher. Maybe only 2 years. We might not pay that last year of arbitration. And then here we'll offer him like maybe a calm 1.3. All right, almost through the boring stuff here. Just a few more to go. Ramirez, we're gonna offer. Probably sign him through arbitration. From a 3-year 10. Something like that. Brett Martin, do we bring him back? He's regressing, probably not. We already released Valdez, so we've got to release Martin as well. I like to release guys when I'm not going to offer them because it allows me to see where our numbers are at. Hey, Von Wright, how's it going, man? I know Bonilla. Yeah, I remember. We just drafted him. I don't remember him. Okay. So, where does that put our numbers? We could probably get away with releasing Levine if we wanted to. Did I offer arbitration? I didn't offer arbitration to Montero, did I? Nah. So I think we're going to instead release Montero. And probably keep Levine. Levine's actually a little bit better at this point, honestly, probably. Oh, I didn't see if we could keep Saul Frank. I'll look at that in just a second. But we're bringing back Levine. He's going to be our backup first baseman instead of Montero this year. And Dodgers, just because we need the numbers, is going to stay for another year. You know where to see how many players you have at every position in one glance? Yeah. It's on the right side here. This is what I use to judge if I need to keep somebody or not. So for relievers, we have a total of 24. I think we can release Saul Frank pretty comfortably here. So we're going to do that. That will finish off the boring part of the episode, or the stream, I should say. So we've added everybody to the 40-man. We've done our arbitration. We've offered our contracts. The only big deal we're offering this year is Brian Doe. Trying to get him locked out for 10 years at $12 million per. And there you have it. 12 million a year, I think, would be a pretty big steal for Doe with how well he's done. You go to the update trade block. It's also right here. Oh, if you want it broken down by which league. All right. Let's start to simulate. Alejandro Kirk goes to the Reds. Vaughn into the division. Abreu, Shane Baz. Dude, the Diamondbacks have been going absolutely nuts in free agency in this series. It's been kind of nuts. Paul Skeens to the Angels. He is off to a very hot start to his career in real life. Jojo Romero, played him in the playoffs in this series. Let's see. So Salazar and Ramirez are the only guys who haven't signed. So that means we've got Brian Doe locked in for $12 million a year for 10 years. We're really keeping our core locked up. We still have, Clemente Herrera locked up. We still have, of course, Murillo locked up for the entirety of what you can see. And of course, we have Neil Dorsey locked up forever, and Salas. I think those are all the guys that we've locked up long term. Better the Angels than the Dodgers. Absolutely. Jackson Holiday. Dude, what is up with the Diamondbacks, man? These guys are wild. We now have Ellie De La Cruz, Gunnar Henderson, and Jackson Holiday all in their infield. Who's playing second base here? Does anybody play outfield here? I guess Gunnar can play first now. Maybe Gunnar first, Ellie third, Jackson short. Or he could just play Ellie at second. Wild stuff. They're going superstar hunting. These last like 3 off seasons now. Cabrian Hayes to the Yankees. These last guys. So Ramirez hasn't signed. I'd like to not draw this out. Maybe do a shorter term deal for a little less money. He has more interest in that, so hopefully he won't draw it out till... Let's go to the lottery this year. Astros have the best odds. Tied with the Rays, Red Sox, and the Mets after that. Who wins the lottery? We've got the Blue Jays hopping up 5 spots and the Brewers going up 10 spots. The Diamondbacks had a losing record last year with all that star talent. I mean, I guess they added 2 of them right now. But of course, in that 30 spot after a 99 win season, trailing only the Braves in all of baseball. We have the last pick in the first round. Jordan Lawler to the Padres. Our division's been pretty active so far in free agency. Are we picking anybody in the Rule 5 draft this year? Maybe a backup middle infielder could be good. Cal Conley. Because I don't want to rely on Kyle Datras if we have somebody to go down. The best guy is actually our guy, Braylon Wimmer here. We might just have to call him up if he's the best guy available. Cal Conley is a very good defender, though. So, if we have to play him due to injury, he won't hurt us there. I think we're good. We'll just play Wimmer on our own team if we need somebody. Oh, whoops. All right. So there you have it. Our offseason's pretty much done. Off-seasons as a draft-only team, very easy, especially if you don't need much in the Rule 5 draft. Liberator, Brian De La Cruz signs, Dylan Cruz. So we're seeing some draft picks from, I guess not now. Now it's not technically the most recent draft. Yeah, Cruz just hit 196 last year. That's kind of wild. We get to the final month now. Nothing left to do on our team. Olson Montgomery signs. That'll pretty much wrap it up. So we're already in spring training. Not going to do much for spring training. I do want to look. We have the first ranked contact and power and the second ranked pitching right now. We're actually even top 20 in speed, which who would have ever thought that was possible? Let's sim spring training here. Not going to hop into these games. We're trying to get through an entire season today. We're not spending time on spring training. All right, so let's see everybody. Who do we not want up? So let's see. Oh, we have so many starting pitchers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Definitely don't need that many. I'm pressing the wrong button here. We have 5 relievers and 3 closers, so that's 8 total. Does this guy have another option? Yeah, I think we're sending McCracken down. Oops. Not sending any of those guys down. I mean, Smeltzer's chilling there at a 70, but we know how good he is. So if we have 7 relievers, that means we want 6 starters. So we got to send 3 of these guys down. Blanco, you're going down. Who else goes down? Our starting pitching is too good. So these top 4 easily, you know, they're our top 4 starters. Who gets the 5th spot and who gets the other spot? This is tough. I think the fact that Hernandez doesn't have any per 9s in the 70s, I think he needs a little more time to stew in the minors. I think that one's an easy one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need to bring one more guy down. I kind of want Pringle to make his debut this year. Everybody's got some development here in spring. Brennan didn't even play in spring training. All right. Does Brennan have one? Yeah, we're just going to do this. All right. There's our pitchers, and then we need to... So we have 2 catchers. That's what I want. 3 first basemen. So for infielders, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. We're down to 26. Which means we can go to the regular season. All right, what are we rocking lineup-wise? Brian Doe, Clemente Herrera. Is this what we want to do this year? I think there's an argument to be made to try this out this year. Just against righties. I want Rocha to get some run here. So we're going to do that against righties. We're going to keep Sterling Thompson against lefties, although I guess Thompson's kind of the same way where he needs to hit against... Like, there's no point keeping him against the lefties. I think Rocha's better against lefties. He's way better. Oh, sorry, Sterling Thompson. At 85 overall, you become a backup on this team. We're 2 stacked. Just the reality of the situation. of them hit 9th against lefties. Bada bing, bada boom. For the minor league squads, I'm just going to let the CPU take care of it. I want Gordon Pringle to get some starts under his belt. I think we're good with this. All right. Oh, another thing we're going to do. It's time for me to change some settings. Injuries are off. I don't know, why are they already off? Was I doing some research or something? Anyway, I was planning on turning injuries off. They already are off. The other thing that we're going to be doing, though, it's time to start auto scouting. I think I've done enough in the draft. The draft really isn't going to be something that factors into this series anymore. It's all about developing the guys that we've already drafted, which means, whoops, for the scouts, if you're doing auto, I would not recommend doing the scouting the way that I have it here. When you're doing auto, you kind of want more well-rounded guys. Guys like a Willie Esparza, I think, would work. That doesn't have anything below a 79. Just because you never know what the CPU is going to choose to scout in a certain week. I think this guy could be good. Nothing below a 75. Although we need somebody that's better. I think this guy is next. Somebody. Oh, we do not have the. Well, I think this guy might actually be better to fill this role then. So we can't go above 97, so this is where we have to start looking. Not that guy. This guy's probably our best option there. Hopefully that will help the CPU pick us some good players. But we are automatically doing the scouting here. All right. Time to see what we do this year. So I'll probably stop maybe at the end of April, see kind of how we're doing, see if things need to change. AAA, we're going to let the minor league teams kind of figure it out on their own. Doe already 2 home runs today. Murillo is a home run away from the cycle. Screw it, let's hop in. I'm not planning on doing too much hopping in the regular season, but this is an occasion I feel like we can do it with, right? Rafael Murillo. Colorado up 3 runs here. Bottom of the 8th inning. And not going to be a home run, but is going to be a 4-hit performance for Murillo that will load the bases. And screw it, why not watch Neil Dorsey at the plate with the bases juiced? I'm not opposed to that at all. In the rain here, of course. The back-to-back MVP trying to go for 3 straight to start his career. Fouls one off, 1-2. I want to see a Neil Dorsey grand slam. If we can get that today, I think I'll be pretty happy. Count is full. Bring up Juan Rocha, who's hitting 5. Why is Juan Rocha hitting 5? I told him to hit 8. Did they change my lineups? He goes down swinging. Might have to go back and fix my MLB lineups. Rockies defeats the Brewers here. Player of the game goes to Rafael Murillo. No surprise there. Now I gotta check my lineups. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Juan Rocha. He was just hitting 5 in that game for fun. I guess he had an off day and then got pinch hit for earlier. All right. They didn't mess with our lineups. That's good. 10-game history going. I do want to stop simulating because I actually don't want these hop-ins for the regular season. Again, we're going to be going pretty quickly through the regular season. I want to spend most of our time gameplay-wise in the playoffs. We actually have to make it, though, which 19 and 15. Second in the division. Still not guaranteed to make it by any means. At the conclusion of the month of April, I guess this little screen will actually tell us stuff we want to know. Johnny Brennan doing an excellent job down at AAA. So is McCracken. 2 guys that we called down. 313 and 6 home runs for Murillo early. 333 and 7 for Salas. Okay, still losing a bunch of ratings for some reason. Has he reached his potential already? So it's gone down to 95. Herrera, I think 91 is also his potential, probably. Dolander's also reached his potential, I think. Much better year from Jose Barreto so far than we've seen in his young career. 6.56 ERA with a 1.6 whip. Dorsey is not pitching as well as we're used to, but it's still really early. Already 10 home runs on the year, though. Not heading for as much average as he has historically, but the home runs are there. Already over 100 in his career. Early on into his 3rd season. Wild player. Let's keep things going here. $35 and 26 now. Still second in the division, but now it's the Diamondbacks. I kind of want to see what our scout has done. So there's not just a scouted. Unfortunate. So the highest ranked player by our team that they've actually scouted. They have not scouted a top 20 player in this class yet. The CPU is cooked. Andreas Serna Ruiz. They might be looking to draft a first baseman with some really good position flexibility. Doesn't really actually look that good of a player, though, if I'm being honest. So there you have it. The CPU hasn't found any gems yet. Let's get to the end of June here. We got swept by Texas. That's pretty rough. But a nice win streak here. How many is this one? Was this in a row? Swept Miami, swept Chicago, and swept the Mets. 3 straight sweeps. Beautiful. Gets us to 54 and 34. Now on top of the MLB. Back in the first place, talent-wise. Don't care about Nick Kent. Don't care about Guerra. Anton Hernandez, not a good look for him. Alex Cruz, another one of our future backup outfielders. Bill Myers, really good. He's close to a call-up. 321 with 19 homers for Murillo, but at 99 overall, his numbers are still going down. Slugging .611, OPS over 1,000. This is a crazy run for Murillo. He's so good. Clemente Herrera has gone up to a 92 overall at this point. Hitting numbers are for the most part even, and just another season of not great average from him. He has not hit for as high as average as I thought he would early on in his career. Dolander not doing great. Doe 18 bombs, only hitting 231. Barreto continues his breakout season. Brown hitting pretty decently. Neil Dorsey, that pitching is looking much better now. Down to a 3.5 ERA with a 1.14 whip. 29 homers already. Oh my gosh, he's so good. He is so good. Up to 99 power versus lefties now and 94 versus rights. What a player, man. What a player. Robbie, both of the Barrettos are pitching well for us. Juan Rocha in his first season, hitting 260 with 14 homers so far, getting +7 power versus lefties. I'm just kind of skimming right now. We will definitely be going more in depth through everybody. Rico Salazar is just getting to the point where he's too good to play at the minor leagues. Not having the best season ever by any means, 260 with 12 home runs, but still very good, and he's a talented player. Pringle has struggled. Pringle has struggled a bit. Figueroa is down to an 80 overall. Why is it not saying down? He was an 82 in the offseason. Did he get -2 overall in spring training? That's annoying. Ratings are like so crazily influenced by spring training in this game. It's kind of wild. Rich Walsh, man. Oh my goodness. He has not like been very good as a closer, but when we hop in and play the games, he closes well. He's not a good regular season closer. Let's look at Richie James, only hitting 251 this year. I think 6 homers. That's actually pretty good for him, though. Was our last great first-round pick in this series. He's going to have to get a call-up eventually. All right, let's see. This is the final week of scouting, yes? Let's see what our scouts did. Top-ranked scout player that they actually scouted. Is it still that one guy? It's still Andres Serna Ruiz. Yikes. Our scouts are not going to have a good draft this year. Good night. Good night. Of course, we're not listening to trade offers. We're going to keep this draft only. Simulating the draft. Simulating the All-Star break. Oh, shoot. I need to turn this on auto as well. We did end up getting Andres Serna Ruiz. Who could have saw that one coming? Ruiz is not a good... No, he's not. But he's ours. Well, so far, not so great for our auto scouting. Big time closer trade there in the series. We're up to 70 wins already. We have a bunch of guys who we still haven't signed. I mean, I did waste one of their signing opportunities. So that's my bad. 56 overall with 77 potential is the first prospect that the CPU drafts for us. They obviously don't know my methodology, and we're following it to the T. Did get a pretty good pitcher, though. 68 overall with 85 potential. That's not bad. And the CPU knows we don't draft strikeout pitchers here. We go high walks per 9 pitchers here. That's 74 overall. Dang! This guy is good, but his potential is 13 lower than his overall. I mean, 80 contact versus lefties and 60 power versus lefties out of the draft. And can field a bit, just doesn't have an arm. I mean, that's a really nice first base prospect, except for the fact that his potential's dog. Buns. Good fielder in Vargas, I suppose. We really needed them to get a middle infielder for us so we can get more bodies there. Said they drafted 3 corner infielders. Which is unfortunate. We're going to go to about here, and then we're going to figure out if there's anybody that we're calling up here for the playoffs. A lot of L's on the calendar in this month. Jeez. We had a 7-game lead in the division at the start of the month. Now we only have a 2-game lead on the division. Merlo has officially regressed to a 98 overall. Oh, look at those power nerfs. +6 discipline, though. Is he walking like a crazy man? I mean, he's one off his career high and walks with a month to go. Over 1,000 OPS. My gosh, and he's regressing in power. Already has 30 home runs. Probably not going to go 3 straight 40 homers unless he has this crazy month here. 337 with 22 home runs is actually the best season of Salas's career by a long shot. Wow. We weren't wrong just early on Ethan Salas. This is the kind of player I was hoping we were getting when we signed into that long-term contract. Herrera up to a 276 average, also hitting for a nice power up to 22 home runs. OPS above 800, that's where you want it. Jose Barreto. Now you got to start thinking about paying him. This is the season you wanted him to have. Blanco's good. Neil Dorsey down to a 3.38. Looks better every time we look at him pitching. Hey, how quickly they regress. Yeah, and he's hit 30 home runs this year. How is he regressing that much in power? 39 homers, so pretty much guaranteed 3 straight 40-plus home run seasons. Has the average up to... Rando's kind of slowed down a little bit, honestly. The average is the same, but he's not hitting as many homers, at least at the pace. I don't feel bad for benching Sterling Thompson. 25 homers for Veen, but a little bit lower average than we've become accustomed to by 20 points. Rocha with 20 homers in his rookie season. High 700s OPS. I think giving him playing time over Sterling Thompson was the move despite his negative WAR. Not a very good fielder, but this is an offensive-focused team. I mean, we love to hit dingers. I think Salazar's got to play. The question is, who does he play over? You could make an argument that he could be an improvement over Kyle Brown. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but you can make an argument, especially because Kyle Brown in the playoffs hasn't really done anything too special with us. Salazar does have second base. He's not as good of a fielder as Kyle Brown. Should theoretically hit for more power. I'm adding him. He's 84 overall. Whether or not he plays, I don't know. Have to add him here at the end of August, though, because if you try to add him on the 1st of September, he's ineligible for the playoffs. Got to find a way to get Rico Salazar playing time, and it might honestly be in the outfield if Omar Figueroa isn't having a good year, but he's having a good year again. Back up to an 81 overall. Another 20-plus home run season, another high average season. 860 OPS, so it's not going to be there. Omar Figueroa is playing this year in the playoffs. We'll have to figure it out. But now it is September. We expand our rosters. So let's go to our AAA team and decide who needs to come up. Johnny Brennan, plus 6 hits per 9 is awesome. Oh, yeah. Homeboy's making his MLB debut. He's been really good, too. I mean, he's the guy that should be playing backup middle infield for us. He will next year, if I remember. I think we got to bring Rico Salazar up at this point. We're just too good. We got to, like, guys that are really talented just aren't getting minutes. I mean, Kyle Brown's hitting in the 9 spot. I'm going to give Salazar against righties, and I'm going to keep Kyle Brown in against lefties, as I think the move. Kyle Brown has developed his power pretty well in this series. Up into the 60s now. Where did it start? It started in the 20s or the 30s. And then we got to figure out where we're putting Johnny Brennan in the rotation. I have him as a middle reliever. I think I'm okay with that. Man, Herb Reyes has sucked. Rich Waltz has sucked. Gordon Pringle has sucked. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Anton Hernandez also had a really good year. Gordon Pringle, he's still young. He can take a trip down to AAA and survive it. We're going to do this. Seems about right. All right. One more month into the season. So I'm auto fix those things. Can we win 100 games? Should be a 100-win season for us. AAA had a winning season. Does not make the postseason, though. The Argos have a 500 season and do make the playoffs. Not going to be able to see those minor league stats. We do get to 100 wins here in Season 8 for the first time in the series. We are going to stop the simulating now. I want to take a look at these stats now that we are done. 101 and 61 for the Rockies. So Murillo wins OPS, and Salas gets a 9.8 WAR season. Salvatore Morales was insane again. Only 29 home runs this year. Salas was second. For the second straight year, we barely miss the batting title. We get Cy Young for Chase Dollander. What? Chase Dollander, Cy Young out of nowhere? That is the shock of all the awards for me. Hank Aaron Award goes to Rafael Murillo. Rookie of the Year goes to Rocha, but I'm not seeing MVP. Neil Dorsey gets second place. The 11 RBIs and 1 extra home run from Gunnar Henderson. The fact that Neil Dorsey pitches doesn't make up for that? Dorsey gets snubbed. Also did not have a good I think if he finished stronger here in September, he had 39 homers at the start of the month. He only had 2 in September. I think he was probably in the lead for MVP going into September and lost it. Chase. Okay, I got to see what Chase did. Ended up bringing that ERA down quite a bit here. It's got to be strikeouts. Yeah, 185 strikeouts for Chase is really good. But ultimately, it was the same Chase that Chase has always been. Chase has been this guy. How is he? I mean, Shane McClanahan objectively had a better season. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Whether it was deserved or not, we do get a Cy Young Award winner at Coors Field in this series. That's crazy. Let's take a look at everybody. I want to do it this way, though. All right. We're just going to sort by average. Look at every player. So Ethan Salas, 26 homers, 99 RBI, and a 334 average. What a season. And I'm so happy to see him finally break out. Led pretty much everything. He had the least amount of strikeouts he's ever had, walked more than he's ever done, drove in more than he ever has, hit more home runs than he ever has, didn't actually lead in triples, but more doubles, highest average, highest all this stuff, and led the entire NL with 9.8 WAR. I no longer feel bad about giving him the contract early. That was worth it. 34 home runs for Rafael Murillo, 309 average, minus 14 power versus lefties. I might have to reverse some of that. One of the things I think I might have to police a little bit is I feel like regression hits a little bit too hard. Like, what about that season says Murillo should have regressed by 2 overall? That's my question. I'm not going to do a ton, maybe cut that power loss in half. But that's wild. Minus 14 power versus lefties. And if you're like, okay, he hit 34 home runs, what if they were all against righties? Sure, but how is his power versus right also going down? I was a huge Solace hater, and I take it back. Hey, I was kind of hating on him a little bit too. Neil Dorsey up to a 90 overall. He lost all the power that he gained. No. Already went over his stats. Figueroa ends up 288 with 23 homers. A little bit of an OPS dip from last year, but still good. 2.0 WAR. Yeah, he's only 24. He shouldn't. I think I'm going to reverse a little bit of that regression for him. The game, I really like the way the game handles progression. I do not like the way at all the game handles regression. 272 with 18 homers for Kyle Brown. Yeah, see, he somehow gets like +9 power. I mean, 18 home runs, I don't want to hate, like, congratulations on your development, my guy. But Clemente Herrera gets up to 28 homers on the year. +8 versus righties, -6 versus lefties. OPS is above 800. That's what we want. His worst WAR season, though. Salazar gets 70 at-bats, still searching for his first career home run. Does not develop the power at all this year. Hopefully playing in cores going forward will help him out. 27 homers for the Rookie of the Year, Juan Rocha. Gets a total of +15 to his power. This is the first baseman to get excited about for the future. Ryan Doe hits 28 homers this year. Now into the 80s for both his power versus righties and lefties. Also got his average up quite a bit. So his OPS ends up above 800. Cortez only saw 8 at-bats. Being a slight regression year. Not a true, but it's his worst home runs year in 4 years, and it's his worst average year in 4 years. So since Levine breakout, this is his worst season. But it was still better than his pre-breakout seasons. And Sterling Thompson's there. Pitchers. Let's sort by innings pitched. Jose Barreto leads with innings pitched. Has that breakout season I was hoping he would have last year. +7 home runs per 9. Just magnificent. Has both his hits and walks per 9 in the 80s. His clutch as well. Just so much better of a player. Honestly, a better season than Chase Dollander, who won Cy Young. I think it's way too strikeout dependent for Cy Young. There are other things that good pitchers can do. I don't know. I get that striking people out is more impressive than like allowing weak contact and stuff, but you still have to pitch for good numbers if you're going to win Cy Young. Again, I don't want to hate on Chase for winning Cy Young, though. That's awesome. Good on him. We do get a per 9, other than home runs per 9, into the 70s. Now has hits per 9 there. He does lose his stamina. A 92 player clutch is really nice. Sub 1-2 whip for Unger. I mean, who would have thought you could get a pitching staff as good as this one? Devin Smeltzer is up with 167 innings for us. He's pretty much still starting. -5 walks per 9, though. But I mean, still producing. Robbie Barreto, really awesome year. The Barreto brothers are stud pitchers, man. Stud pitchers. Let's put some music back on the board. We're not in games anymore. We'll be getting games in a few minutes here, so we'll have to turn it right back off, but it is what it is. Robbie Barreto. Under a 2.5 ERA, 1.1 whip. Let's go. Struck people out at least an okay rate. Jimmy Blanco here. Really good year of development. You could argue maybe he should be our closer going forward. Only has the 3 pitches, but throws them really hard. Really good pitch mix as well. Pitcher clutch is a little low for a closer, I'd say. Ramirez did well. We had him down at AAA last year because he was not good in the playoffs. Ramirez did not pitch well. His walks per nine up to 95. It's kind of wild. Wow, Mario Lozano, what a year. The song is awesome. All right. 0.63 whip, 0.78 ERA in 34 innings. Need more innings, honestly. Kopech only pitches 9 innings. He pitches so much in the playoffs, though. Brennan, in his 3 innings, only allowed 2 hits. Struck out 4. I'm liking it. Allowed 1 run. McCracken didn't pitch, which means the game added him to our... Who did the game take off of our... Who did the game take off? It took off Rich Walsh to put on Cole McCracken. How about you stop pretending that you know better than me? I think that will help us all. I mean, I know that we had some struggles with Walsh. For sure. 99 strikeouts per 9, though. Yeesh! And he strikes people out. 65 strikeouts and 56 in the 3rd innings. He's going to do it. So, the one thing we're going to do is Murillo. So we're going to say instead of minus 14, he only lost... Yeah, let's just juice him up to 99. He only lost 4 instead. Something like that. All right, that'll put him at minus 4. That kind of regression maybe makes sense to me, but... The dude led the league in OPS this year. Led the league. And this game's trying to tell me he lost 14 power versus lefties. Not a chance. Gonna try to minimize when I do that, but when it just doesn't make any sense at all, which the regression does at times in this game. I think one of the reasons my long-term simulation didn't work in my MLB The Show 23 draft-only franchise is I didn't please stuff like that. Like, the game's regression system just isn't very good, and so you kind of have to take over yourself sometimes if you want somebody to have kind of a longer career, which you see in real-life baseball. You just don't really see much in this game. From the generated players, at least. With that in mind, it is time to get to the playoffs. Actually, one more thing. There are a couple of minor league players I want to see their developments. Seen Anton Hernandez a little bit. He looks good. Pringle still got some really solid development. Struggled at MLB level, but must have done really well to finish off the year at AAA. Avalos. His contact versus right has gone down every single year. It's kind of crazy. He's a left-handed batter, but can't hit a righty to save his life, I guess. Gilmore's another pitcher. Looks ready for the show almost. I mean, his strikeouts per 9 is low, but can we have that all over? Richie James absolutely needs to be playing AAA next year for us. Just gonna add him there now. He's good. All right, now we're going to start actually hopping into gameplay a little bit more. And we got a division rival, Diamondbacks, here to start the postseason. Did we not get... Okay, so no, we did get the #1 seed. Miami got #2. Atlanta missed the playoffs. What's up with the Braves? They had the best record in baseball last year. They're still very good, but they missed the postseason. Their pitching isn't... Oh, no, they still got... That's kind of wild. Arizona, though. San Francisco missed the playoffs, unfortunately. I liked playing against them. But Arizona, we know about them. We previewed them earlier on. Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holliday, Corbin Carroll, Ellie De La Cruz as position players. Drew Jones. Tommy Troy. I forgot about Tommy Troy. Where are they playing all these guys? Honestly, I'd got to say probably first, short, third, second. That is the most insane infield ever. What the heck? I also have Logan Webb. Shane Baz, I guess, isn't all that great at this point, but the way I want to do the playoffs is I kind of want to do it a little bit like we did last season, where I'm going to hop in and we're going to kind of slow sim through, and in the critical situations, we'll hop in and watch them. I think that was a really fun way to do it last year, and that's kind of how I plan to do it for years kind of 8 through 10 when we do these season-long streams. Let's just make sure the pitching rotation is what we want it to be. So kind of like in years past, I think we're going to use this 5th spot for somebody that we don't really want to pitch. Herb Reyes was not good this year, so I think we put him there. And I think we're good there. Jimmy Blanco's already in 90. This team is insanely good. And if you take into account like Devin Smeltzer's like the best 70 overall ever, I mean, this bullpen he's the only one below 80 overall throwing pitches for us. Just disgustingly good stuff. I guess I should also take a look at our lineups, right? They should be unchanged. We're gonna have Rico Salazar some run. I like this. I like this. All right, there you have it. That's what we're playing. Rocking the City Connects in this jersey, in this game, excuse me. We chased Dolan on the mound, of course. And look at this lineup. Look at this lineup, bro. Insanity. Excited to actually, I mean, we just blasted through the offseason, blasted through the year. We're going to slow it down a little bit from this point going forward. Do a little bit more watching. We're into the games that really matter here in the postseason. Doesn't matter that you win 101 games in the regular season. You got to come out and win in the postseason. Both times we made the postseason, we've made the World Series. Can we do it for the 3rd straight year and win our 2nd consecutive World Series? We've built one heck of a squad. We've seen the ratings and we've seen their stats. They're all really good. There's not much in the way of weaknesses to point out to beat this team, if I'm being honest. Like, if you're game planning how to beat the Rockies, what is it? I genuinely want to know, because I don't know what it would be. If I'm sitting here and I saw the Rockies rosters as the Diamondbacks one, I'd be pretty scared. That's all I'm gonna say. Good old Cy Young, award-winning Chase Dollander, pitching that first game for the 3rd straight postseason run. Of course, we're gonna make it CPU versus CPU. We're gonna hop in and we're gonna play the moments here. And we get a 1-2-3 inning from Chase to start things off here in the postseason. A double play by Murillo is not the way to do it. A double from Cowser, and now the Diamondbacks are looking to strike first here in this game. Yainer Diaz trying to drive some teammates home. We have 1 out. Good pitch to start it off. And to think we almost traded Dollander away in our 2nd trade. That's kind of wild to think. Instead, of course, we got James Unger, the hometown kid. I think that was a fun storyline to add. Ended up not doing a ton with it, but it was a cool storyline. Welcome back, Bozo. Just got back in time to start the postseason action. Number one thing you missed is that Dorsey barely misses 3rd straight MVP. He got 2nd place in the running. But we did get Cy Young from Chase Dollander. And a shocking result. As well as a couple of other awards. Like Rookie of the Year for Rocha. Dolander, that one's off the plate. Arizona, of course, strikes first in this game, looking to add a little bit more. Yeah, we breezed through the regular season pretty quickly here. We hopped into one moment before we turned the moments off. The playoff action was what we really wanted to get into here in the stream, or at least what I wanted to get into. You know you're a Dolander hitter? Yeah, hey. Two of the biggest kind of redemption arcs of this entire series in this season. I mean, Salas was insane. He led the entire National League in WAR this year. Had the second highest average in all of baseball. And then Dolander wins Cy Young. I mean, just absolute stories of redemption in this year. All right, we get a double from Dorsey. We're trying to tie this game back up. Let's hop right back into the action here. Awesome redemption score. Even the guys who we thought might be underperforming earlier on in our series, they're coming back around here for the finish. The rising tide lifts all boats. When you play around greatness like Rafael Murillo and Neil Dorsey, it's just hard to fail. It's hard to fail. Yeah, here's his numbers. 334 average, 26 home runs, 99 RBI. His best season as a Rocky by far. 9.8 work, because we know he's also brings that elite defense behind the plate. Silver Slugger, of course, a catcher. That was guarantee. I didn't even look at the Silver Sluggers and the Gold Gloves. Guarantee you we got Silver Slugger, DH, and catcher. Probably shortstop. Fouls it off, stays in at 2-2 here. And swinging through the circle change. On the K. In danger of wasting a leadoff double now. It's all on the plates of Omar Figueroa. Another guy with a very up and down kind of storyline in this series. Really promising rookie year that had us raising his potential. Then had his job in jeopardy. Thought he was going to lose it before last year's playoff to Juan Rocha. But he came out and had himself an awesome season. Not quite as good this year, but still very good. I think one of the 3-star QBs might surpass. Lewis Brady's going to be very athletic. The guy that we got to commit to us there. Will he be good enough to surpass Nate? Kind of just depends on what his development is. Nate's going to need like a pretty good awareness boost, I feel like, if he wants to start next year for us. I also have next episode of Vanderbilt recorded, and it might change your mind just a little bit about Nate Johnson. I'm just going to leave it there. Not going to say anything else. But you might like Nate Johnson a little bit more when you watch that episode. Ultimately, we do waste the leadoff double. That is quite unfortunate. Don't want to be doing that. Drew Jones reaches via error, but another good inning pitched by Dolander. And a triple from Rico. Salazar ties this game up. I was actually planning on watching Rico Salazar bat. I do want to watch him bat at some point, because we actually haven't seen him bat at the MLB level yet. Colorado leads 2-1. Back-to-back singles, though. He's a good passer. What's weird is his ratings wouldn't even make you think he's that good of a passer, but he is. So far, college football 25 has been fun. For sure, but I had to I had to come back and do a stream. I like finishing off this Rockies franchise via the stream. It saves me a little bit of time because I don't have to edit any of this stuff. So, also like hanging out with chat. Two gone now here for Chase. Need to get out of here without allowing a run. Troy hitting 8th. First round pick back in the 2023 draft. A couple of 2023 first rounders battling it out here. Chase ends up victorious. Rockies stay ahead here. But we're seeing doubled his first time up out here. We won't go down 1, 2, 3, but pretty much close. Nice job by Dolander. All right, let's watch Rico Salazar bat, shall we? I haven't yet seen him bat with our Major League squad. I think if we've actually only seen him bat once in one game, and he hit a home run in it as well. Just kind of a victim of getting drafted a little too late in the series for him to... They're chanting MVP for our boy. All right. Number 88 MLB prospects. The 7th center fielder and the 9th on our team. I don't know about if there are 8 prospects I like better than Salazar on our team at this point. But been excited to see how his career starts off. He isn't actually going to get much better at this point, unfortunately. And so, yeah, with a fielder's choice there. We were so patient in bringing him up. I think his potential is only a few higher. But, again, that was just more of a factor of... He was drafted to replace Zach Veen, and then Zach Veen got really good. So we didn't need him anymore. The Battle of the Aces staying pretty low scoring. Chase, Dolander, energy starting to play a little bit into it. We'll see if he pitches here in the 7th. He doesn't. Jeff Ramirez will come in. Get a strikeout, pop out, and fly out. Arizona also going with a new pitcher here in the 7th. So both Aces go 6 innings in this one. Allowing a combined 3 runs between them. I think they did their jobs. Got a stolen base for Rocha, and Salazar has a scoring opportunity. This could extend the Rockies' lead. Switch hitter. Something I got almost all of my batters in MLB The Show 23. That lineup was insane with switch hitters. Didn't get nearly as many in this series. Of course, Neil Dorsey is one of them. Salazar is another. I like this stance here from Salazar. Again, I couldn't remember it. We've only seen him play way back in his first year after we drafted him in Double-A. That's it. Well, to the outfield. Salazar will be out. Drew Jones chases it down. We'll see Mauri Lozano onto the mound for the Rockies. Back-to-back groundouts, and he goes 1, 2, 3. The Rockies pitching is night and day different than it was our first postseason run. Clemente Herrera, RBI double here. Murillo, an RBI single, and it looks like we might have a little bit of a rally going. Let's hop in on the almost 3-time MVP, but somebody who has hit 40 home runs in 3 straight seasons, and the hitting streak continues. The 4th straight hit for Colorado here in the bottom of the 8th. I mean, might as well keep it going until somebody goes out. They do switch pitchers here to get the lefty-lefty matchup on Zach Veen. Veen hitless today. We can keep the momentum going here in this inning. I'll pretty much make it impossible for the What just happened there? I'm not 100% sure I fully understand what just happened there, but... Omar Figueroa! Yeah, that's going to put this first game pretty much on lockdown. Lozano's just going to stay out there in the 9th. And there you go. The Rockies start the postseason with a victory over the division rival Arizona Diamondbacks. An 8th inning rally really gave the Rockies a comfortable cushion there to finish things off in the 9th. I gotta hydrate here. But what a day pitching wise. Only allowing 5 hits in the game. The Diamondbacks didn't score after the 2nd inning. What was our biggest weakness 2 years ago? Our bullpen dominated today. I'm not going to call them our biggest strength. They still might even honestly be our biggest weakness, but they're not a weakness. We don't have one. Watch me say that, and then we're going to just drop all these games to Arizona here. That's not going to happen. Back-to-back championships coming your way. I feel it. This team is so good. I wouldn't be surprised if we go on a major run here. But again, don't want to jinx anything. We're going to have Neil Dorsey pitch for us here. Gonna wear the white pinstripes here. Same lineup. Let's hop into the second game here of this NLDS matchup. What a crazy top-heavy infield for the Diamondbacks, though. That might be like the CPU. Like, you'll see maybe the Dodgers go crazy after some free agents, although they usually just have such a high payroll already. But in this game, I haven't seen them really go crazy with free agents. But in previous games, you'd see them do it. But the Diamondbacks going this crazy in free agency this series has been really fun. There's Neil Dorsey. I mean, how does this guy not win MVP? He had almost the same hitting stats, just slight. He had 11 less RBIs and 1 less homer than Gunnar Henderson, who did win MVP, by the way. We're facing the MVP. I just barely realized that's one of the storylines we're talking about here. Had a higher average, 1 less homer, and 11 less RBIs, but he pitched excellently. Holiday with a single. Oh, no. Dorsey in a bit of trouble here. Oh, no. Dorsey in a bit of trouble here to start this game. We got to hop in and see if he can get himself out of it, or if the trouble will continue. That's a good pitch by him at 97 miles an hour. Remember when Dorsey was supposed to pitch like an 88 mile an hour fastball or something? I'm glad y'all voted to change that up. Not that, you know, slow pitchers are bad by any means. I mean, I don't want to offend Devin Smeltzer, but it's just a little bit more fun when you can throw it high in the zone by him at 97 miles an hour. Ellie De La Cruz hitting 5th. Fouls one off there. Falling behind Ellie here. Don't want to load the bases. Of course, it's a risk pitching at Ellie as well. That's a good pitch. Salazar to Murillo, and Cruz is very fast, so you can't get the double play. And because of it, a second run scores. That is unfortunate. Cruz has absolute wheels. It was really weird to not see Kyle Brown at second base. It's been so long that he's been there. Not the start we were hoping for Dorsey. Already allowing more Arizona runs here in the first than we did the entire game one. Put some pressure on our offense, but our offense, I think they can handle it. Nice pitch there. Guys rating 556 so far these playoffs, so I think that's pretty good. It's off the corner. I umpired baseball a couple times as a teenager. Or correction, I umpired baseball once now for softball once as well. Man, Neil Dorsey. My guy. You get out of this inning. How many pitches has he already thrown? I haven't even been paying attention to that. Already 23 on the board. Probably not going to go very deep in this game. I honestly wouldn't mind pulling him pretty early in this game, not only because we have a bullpen I trust, but also to keep his energy up as a batter. The future games, he just clearly doesn't have it in this game. There you go. Out of the inning at last. All right, what can our offense come up with going against Jarvis? And Murillo makes it so we don't go out one after the other, but Bean reaches via error. Salas with a stolen, or sorry, Bean with a stolen base. Figueroa with a walk. It's all on Salazar. Seen a lot of Rico here early in this postseason. I'm fine with it though. What can the number 88 prospect in baseball do? No, nothing. All right, maybe we got to stop putting some pressure on Nico. He's just a young kid, not even a rookie till next year. Triple for Herrera. All right, another jump in spot here. Murillo singled earlier. 400 average so far in the postseason. His second career season over 1,000 OPS, and his second season leading the NL in OPS. Actually, he might have even done it last year when he was in the 900s. But I can't remember. I know he did it the 2 years he was over 1,000, though. Good eye there. Three-one pitch. Good eye. Neil Dorsey with runners on the corners. What's your video on, Bozo? 0-1. That's fouled off. Ooh. Not a pitch you want to strike out on. Don't tell us we're going to waste this triple. Turn on that. That's probably Going yard. Oh no, I meant like on what platform, like what game or what the subject matter. There we go. The Rockies are gonna get on the board. Zach Veen will pick up a run. Now it's time for Ethan Salas to try to tie it up. Weekend Warriors. MMA. Okay, I think I've seen some of those videos. Alrighty here. Ethan Salas. Oh, there you go. That's a pitch you gotta hit. Drew Jones has really good speed. Playing in the left field, though. I don't know how he's not playing center. Who do they have playing center? Cows are playing center. Double play. Nice. Figueroa with a walk. Double play. Not been Salazar's greatest stuff here to start the postseason. Morello, 2 for 2 with a walk. All right. Bottom 6 now. Lena has a couple of steals in the postseason. Back to back strikeouts, though. We go with Johnny Brennan here. Like De La Cruz with a double. Cowser with a walk. And then Amaya hits a 3-run homer. We're down 5-1. Things are not looking good. Salazar walks. There you go. Back-to-back walks. Strikeout. There we go. Murillo, his 3rd single of the day. All right, let's tune in for Dorsey. Hasn't been able to hit so far in this game. But he could tie things back up with a single swing. We know he's capable. Michael Mullins, I remember him from the draft. No. That was a good hit back by Salas. Drew Jones, too much speed. Trying to get a lefty-lefty matchup for Veen here. That's a good move by Arizona. The second time we've seen them do that already in our moments. Hop-ins. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Close. Close on that one. Rain 1. Solar Man, he was so close. He got 2nd place, but I think he deserved 1st. 1st place was Arizona's Gunnar Henderson, who had 1 more home run and 11 RBIs more than him, but he had a lower average, and of course Neil Dorsey pitches. I don't know how Dorsey didn't win it. We did get Cy Young from Chase Dolander, though, which was really insane. I don't think he deserved that one either. The awards were a little interesting. Veen comes through for us again. Zach Veen, an extra base, should score 2 on this hit. It's 5-4, just like that. The Rockies are never out of it with this powerful offense. Now it's in the hands of Ethan Salas again. Got unlucky his last time up to the plate. Gotta fill out the pitcher here. This is his first time hitting against him. It was pretty hittable though. Yeah, it was very tough. He was absolutely deserving of his third straight MVP. Did get his third straight Silver Slugger though, as well as his third straight 40+ home run season. I feel like he's got to have a 50 home run season in him in one of these seasons. And maybe a little bit too patient at times for Salas there. Thought he did look at a couple of hittable pitches and ended up getting behind the counts. We'll still be down 1 here as we head to the 8th inning. Can the bullpen hold strong like they did in game 1? Anderson with a double. De La Cruz with a walk. You gotta get this out. We just need the 1 out. Come on. Oh no. Left over the middle. Brian Doe giving chase. He caught it. Oh man, that probably would have been ball game if he got that down. Probably would have been ball game. Again, you know, with this offense, you never know, but we do have the bottom of the order up. Just the 8th inning, though. Tony Santillan, welcome back to Coors, my guy. 2028 reliever of the year for our Colorado Rockies. But then, of course, was awful in the World Series, and we had to cut bait. I mean, gets the order of our bottom of order out without any sort of problem, though. Got to keep them off the board here. Get 2 outs. All right.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 30, Jose Diaz.
All right. Tony Santillan actually pitched well against us. It's too bad. He wasn't the Brian Doe of the World Series a couple years ago. Top of the order, bottom of the 9th, down by 1. This is what baseball's all about, baby. In Coors, when every single pitch is a threat to go the distance. Going against Jose Diaz. Actually, after this pitch, want to see his ratings real quick. Jose Diaz, 79 overall. Great hits and strikeouts per 9. Not great with the walks. Pitcher clutch isn't all that great either. So if we can get a man in scoring position, got to take advantage of it. But he can strike people out. Oh, baby. Those is calling for a Brian Doe homer. He's shown up in these moments before. That last pitch felt like the one to turn if you're going to turn one here in the at-bat. Clemente Herrera has earned the nickname Clutch for what he's done in our postseasons as well. Jammed a little bit on the inside there. Full counts. Ends up with the walk. We'll take it. We'll take it for sure. A really good hit. An extra base hit from Herrera could bring home the tying run. Brian Doe, we know, has the speed. Those little legs, they do churn pretty fast, you know. 5'7", hasn't stopped him from being the fastest guy on this team ever since he got onto it. All right, Clemente. Extra base hit, or heck, how about a home run? Walk-off. Now we're talking about if it's a home run, it's a walk-off rather than a tie. Herrera can do it. We know Murillo can do it. We know Dorsey can do it. We got a lot of home run threats The top of this order is what you want to have. No, a slight dribbler. This can't be two. And it's a double play for Clemente Herrera. You can't ground into a double play there, my guy. Comes down to Morello, 3 for 3, but they've all been singles, and he hits it right at second base. That was the opposite of clutch. Diamondbacks tie it up. 1 apiece. The star power on this team is strong. They don't have the depth that we have, but the star power is right up there with ours. It's honestly better than ours. They have like, what, 4 guys, at least 95 overall on their team? About time to head to Arizona. It's now become a best-of-3 series here with the Diamondbacks. Not wearing the roadies. We got to wear something a little cooler. Let's wear the black uniforms here. Did I pick my pitcher? Brian Doe has not been hitting well. Neither is Ethan Salas. Neither is Omar Figueroa. All hitting below 200. This should be Jose Barreto, all right? So we definitely have a chance. Series tied up 1 apiece. So say we have a really good chance going against Shane Baz here. Herrera walks. 2-run homer by Neil Dorsey. That's my MVP. We all know that it was just voters' fatigue and the only reason Neil Dorsey didn't win his 3rd straight. Just voters' fatigue. We know who the best player in baseball still is. Double play there, nice. Corbin Carroll double. Nice job getting out of the inning by Jose Barreto. Figueroa double. Roach's single brings home the 3rd run. All right, let's watch Brian Doe. See if we can get back on track a little bit here. Rockies with a much better start going against Shane Baz. He regressed after signing with them in this offseason, and maybe we're starting to see a little bit why. Brian Doe. 1-1 pitch. That one's hit hard. It will get down in front of Corbin Carroll. He's got a lot of range over there in right field. Don't know why Corbin Carroll wouldn't be playing left field and Drew Jones right, just for arm strength reasons. But hey, I'm not the one managing this Diamondbacks team. Bases are juiced for Clemente Herrera. 333 on the season. Thank you, JC. That's very kind of you. It's been easily my most rewarding series I've ever done. And I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I do think I've done a really good job with this Rockies squad. That one's lifted to Carroll. Are we going to tag? There's the question. Yes, we will, and we'll get there. 4th Rockies run. Morello now has it with runners on the corners.
That's a ball.
One's in there for strike one. A 4-0 lead. Things are looking much better here for the Rockies early. In all these games, kind of the team that jumped out of the first lead ended up keeping it. In game one, it took the Rockies a while there as Murillo picks up an RBI to get that lead, but once they did, they didn't let go. Kind of the same thing. Murillo might go. I love Murillo. Love this guy. It's hard to argue that he's the best player on the team anymore because Neil Dorsey's insane. But, man. My favorite, it's the best find I've had, right? It's easy to find a generational prospect at the top of the board, but I think Murillo was ranked 20-something on the MLB board. Discovered him, and he was, and has been, an insane player. I think this team, maybe not as good, but could still be this level of good if it was, you know, Rafael Murillo as the face of the team instead of Neil Dorsey. Love me some Rafi. The contact here at this point. He's still got some power, especially because we reversed some of the big negatives that the game gave to him. They gave him like minus 14 power when he hit high 30s home runs, which just didn't make sense. Had over 1,000 OPS, but he's definitely a good contact hitter. Dorsey is the best power hitter on the team, though. That's pretty clear at this point. Probably the best power hitter in the league, not just on the team.
Count it 3-2.
Zach Veen on deck here. His second home run of the day. This one bring home 3 Rockies runs. 419 feet. He's mad he didn't win MVP. And he should be. Neil Dorsey is without a doubt the best player in the National League and the best player in all of baseball, if we're being honest. Come on. You'll love to see it. 8-0 Colorado already. We blow this game, I'm ending the stream. We won't, though. There's no chance. Our pitching is way too good to blow a game like this. Because we have a big lead, we probably won't hop in very much unless it gets close. Arizona does get on the board here, and now things are starting to maybe look a little dicey for Barreto, but he rebounds nicely. Let's go. 2 hits for Doe. He needed this. A walk for Herrera. He still hasn't got a hit today, or he's 0 for 0 is what I'm trying to say. He just keeps walking. Sack fly for Dorsey, another RB on the board. Zach Veen makes it 11-1. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly might even start doing it by half inning at this point, just to make it go a little bit faster. I mean, we did not take well to losing game 2. And then Herrera just comes and hits a homer after walking his first 3 at-bats. Arizona coming up with something here late, but it's not going to be enough. Okay, what's going on? Stop it.
Now pitching for Colorado, number 38.
This pitching staff would do something stupid like that. All right, 5-run lead here in the 9th. Error into a walk.
Now pitching for Colorado, number 6.
What are we doing? is this 12-11? What are we doing? If we lose this game, I'm ending the stream. That's what I said, right? Except I'm not, because I'm doing this whole season. If we lose this game, though, that would be the collapse of the series. And we're in season 8, episode 68. Next episode is going to be real nice. But let's go. We don't blow the easiest lead of all time. Would have been wild. I can't believe that we had to bring out our closer at all, let alone he came in and allowed a 3-run home run. I mean, please. Classic MLB The Show. And that was 2 years ago, bullpen stuff right there. Sheesh. Take a look at our bullpen ratings. They should not be allowing a comeback like that, man. Oh. I mean, 2 home runs for Neil Dorsey, though. What a go. 6 RBI. Ended up needing every single one. It's going to be James Ungerer for us today. Going to go with the purples. I like the purples. We could do Ungerer, or we could do Reyes. I don't want to do Reyes. Sorry to hurt Reyes. He gets probably too much hate. More hate than he deserves. He was so bad in that playoffs 2 years ago. Though my heart was beating. I was in just utter shock. Shock. I almost just quick simmed to the end of the game. I'm glad I didn't. Might have lost if I didn't hop in. Anyway, 2-1 lead here. Can we close out the series on the road, or are we going to a winner takes all? We can't lose in the NLDS to a division rival. We can't do that, right? That's just not going to happen. The team has proven one thing, though. They're not afraid of the Colorado Rockies. I think they can hang. We got to prove them wrong here in Game 4. Try to take one pitch. All right, here we go. That was literally the only time I've swung a bat in. Oh, show 24. I think. But I don't think I think that was the first time I did it. Well, we got a leadoff walk. Didn't do jack with it afterwards, though. Looking good for us so far. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. We got to get this inning finished up by Ungerer here. Got to get the strong finish by Ungerer. Ungerer about to load the bases. We maybe should have saved Ungerer now that I'm thinking about it. Because he has that hometown kid, and this is not the start to the game that we wanted. It's going to be a triple, too, by Ellie, isn't it? No, he stays at second. Oh, boy. Arizona strikes first. Of course, his teammates are pumped. You definitely want it when you can to get Unger pitching at home, though.
Ball 4, take the base.
Pressure's on the offense now. They got to do something. But 2 walks here, 2 outs. I would hop in, but Salazar's been a little camera shy. Let's try it, though.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Rico.
Gotta get a Rico Salazar moment here in the episode. I like his cleats. A lot, actually. Oh boy, oh boy. Down 0-2. You got an ad? You shouldn't be getting ads. I put it on. I guess when you if you hop into the stream, you get an ad, but you shouldn't be getting any ads in the middle because I put ads off. I put it like I have to. Dang it! I put it where I manually tell them when to put an ad in, and then I just don't do it because I don't want you guys to miss action in the middle of a game. Oh, somehow that's really weird. Double play is huge. Fly out is huge. Single. Walk. All right, here we go.
Now batting, the shortstop, Rafael.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put it in the settings that I'm the only one that's allowed to run an ad. Weird. Apologize for that. All right. Morello ahead 2-0. Just didn't really want to pitch to him at all. Flores walks him on 4 pitches. But it's bases, juice, no outs. For Neil Dorsey. Flores hits him with a strike on pitch 1. Falling behind 0-2. Hear that rattlesnake.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye there. Flores up to 50 pitches now with this next one. Oh, that's a hanging curve. You gotta crush that if you're Neil Dorsey. He's not gonna be able to leave the yard with it. That should have been a grand slam. You get the hanging curve. Oh. You still take the sacrifice fly, though. The Rockies are on the board. That's just not an opportunity you're gonna get very often if you're Dorsey. Another pitch over the middle. Zach Veen hits it deep, man. We're going to end up getting 2 sacrifice flies there, but I feel like we got unlucky on both of those pitches, man. Both of them. I'm going to hop back into the simulation. Just a man on first base here. Solid singles. We tied it up, though. We tied it up. That's the important thing. Leadoff double instantly. Back-to-back flyouts, though. And nothing doing for Arizona. Ryan Doe. Want to see a homer? So do I. I always want to see a home run. Clemente Herrera puts the Rockies on top here. There's a pitching change. Let's see if Murillo can bring home another run. 2 gone here. Let's extend the lead with the NL's OPS leader in 2031.
One ball, no strike.
Our first draft pick of the series had extremely high expectations and has somehow exceeded them. Only reason he hasn't won an MVP is because of his teammates.
2-1.
Oh, no. We are not taking advantage of our opportunities here. That is a fastball dead in the middle. Dead in the middle. Camp's now full, though. That's going to be fair. And Morello will do just that. He'll extend the lead. What Morello's doing here in the NLDS kind of reminds me of what Neil Dorsey was doing for us in the World Series when we lost against the Yankees. He's actually getting on base a decent amount, but he's just hitting singles all day. Not much in the way of extra base hits from Murillo, but hey, he picks up an RBI.
Ball 4, take your base.
Walk from Dorsey. Single from Vane brings home the 5th Rockies run. Rockies looking good here, but back-to-back singles by Arizona put them in a good spot. Unger pitches out of it again. Love to see it. Bottom of the order not doing so hot, though, for us. Top of the order back up. Back-to-back strikeouts, and we strike out the side. That is a little embarrassing. Solo homer by Tommy Troy. Makes it 5-3. Smeltzer into the game. The good old reliable Devin Smeltzer. Which is a 1-2-3 inning. Finally got something out of the bottom of our order with Rocha walking. It's like we might have a close one here as we get towards the end. Single from Henderson, but 2 outs. Henderson stole a base. We're bringing in Rich Walsh right now. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe going for the 4-out close, excuse me. I also wouldn't mind if it's 4 pitches. Not going to be the case, though. The Diamondbacks will score run number 4. Okay. There you have it. Need to get this final out. Our closers. We drafted a lot of good relievers, but doesn't feel like any of them are reliable closers. Fortunate. Well, that's not bad there from Walsh. Offense, can we add a security run? Murillo singles again. Good old reliable. What the heck did I just do? I did not mean to do whatever I did. Let's go back here. Stolen base from Murillo. Not every day you see that, but Murillo was thrown out at home.
Ball 4, take your base. That's ball 4.
Bases are juiced. Tony Santillan back in the game. We've seen Omar hit a grand slam before. Can he do it again? Morello, the singles machine. He has been in the NLDS. It's kind of been funny. Come on, Omar. You've got this. Behind 0-2, but that's okay. Just wait for your pitch. Got this. We know Santillan can have his struggles at times. Just need right now to be one of those times. Right, and just like that, we're right back in the count 2-2. That's a tapper. Gets through the infield, though. Brings home 1 run. Brings home 2. Figueroa, not a grand slam, but I'll take 2 insurance runs right there. It's come in all shapes and sizes. Let's watch Juan Rocha. We haven't actually watched him bat. He's one of the few guys we haven't even seen take an AB here, so we'll watch him. We get a big hit here. We can go ahead and probably cement our place in the NLDS for the 3rd straight year. All right, Juan. Down 0-2. So was Omar. He came out of it on top. Nope. Not going to be the case there for Rocha. And then Salazar, I think we've seen enough of. All right, we're up 3. Single. Strikeout. Single. The tying run is at the plate for Arizona. All right, I didn't speak too soon for Juan. I was trying to build up his confidence. Didn't work. They do this rattle every time there's a ball? What's going on with that? No, because I didn't there. Wonder why the rattlesnake sound with there, just like the first ball you throw in the 9th inning. Oh, baby, I like that call. Thank you. I'll be handing him a little extra cheddar after this game. All right. There you go. The curveball inside, and Carroll is down swinging. Hasn't been a pretty close opportunity, but he could still, or a save opportunity, excuse me. First time you heard the rattlesnake, you looked around the room. That's a cool sound effect. I like it. Probably one of, if not my favorites, of the stadium sound effects. I also love these sky blue. They're not even like total. They're like a mix between sky blue and teal or something. I don't know. It's accent color for Arizona. If they hadn't just made the World Series the year prior, I might have considered Arizona just for their cool gear. No! The game is tied, bottom of the 9th. Gunnar Henderson won MVP this year over Neil Dorsey. Didn't deserve it, but maybe showing an instance of why he won it here. That is a massive clutch hit by Gunnar Henderson. Down 3, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. And a 3-run homer has us tied. Brennan has to retire Ellie De La Cruz, or we couldn't maybe not even make it to extras. Boy, oh boy. Had a feeling. Gunner's a tough guy to retire. He's the MVP after all. I complimented the bullpen for being stellar after game one. I shouldn't have ever said anything. They were stellar in game one, but they have been letting us down. This honestly kind of feels more like the year 16 than the year 17. We allow a walk to Ellie De La Cruz. An extra base hit scores him. He's got that kind of speed. Could we be headed to game 5? That's going to be down for a hit. Ellie's in scoring position. Things are not working how they should be. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Diaz is having a great day. He's 3 for 4. Oh man. A Diaz hit. What you miss is Ellie's in scoring position now. And Diaz is 3 for 4 today. On a roll. I forgot Brennan throws so hard. 99 miles an hour, dang. He and Antonio Hernandez are like the hardest throwers on the team. All right. Need this out. Do not want to go into a winner-take-all game against Arizona. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. This is lifted to right. Zach Veen should have a handle on it, and he does. We finally get the last out. Took us way longer than it should have. Normally, I'd watch this whole thing, but we have an entire playoffs to get through. I'm saying that assuming we get to the World Series. I'm hoping to get to the World Series. We might not even win this. Okay, but now that Doe's in scoring position, yeah, we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch it now. Don't want to have this stream go on, for 6 hours by any means. Only a couple hours in though. We're doing pretty good. Clemente, out number 1, has not earned his nickname all too well in this postseason. At least in our hop-in moments, he's actually been pretty good in the simulated parts. All right, can Mr. Single get another one here? We've been seeing Santillan late in these games a lot for Arizona. Must be their setup, man. Ahead 2-0. Let's go. All right, come on. 3-1. Tough thing about pitching around Rafael Murillo is you got Neil Dorsey after him. No. Almost threw it over his head. Wish he did. Probably could have got the run off of it.
Now batting, designated hitter, Neil Dorsey.
Comes down to Neil Dorsey, or else we're going bottom 10 without a lead. This late game stuff by this Rockies team, it's not what you'd expect from a reigning World Series champion. So many mistakes. Most of them pitching. That makes it 2 strikes. Down swinging is MVP. Neil Dorsey. Should probably not simulate this. It's a triple. He's gonna bunt in he's gonna bunt this in. He's not gonna bunt it in.
No ball. 1 strike.
At least not yet. Honestly surprised he hasn't gone for the bunt yet. This seems like a very obvious bunt situation. Especially from the 9 hitter. Two strikes though. The bunt is not as good of an option. I mean, all you do is you risk the out if you foul it off, but guy's not bunting. I can respect it. Don't want to win on a bunt, but I mean, it's a playoff game. Your playoff lives are on the line. That's going to be popped up. The question is, with Brian Doe's arm, is that going to be taggable? They're going to go for it, and they're going to win. He took a 7-4 lead into the bottom of the 9th, and Rich Walsh just choked it away. He's not our closer for the rest of the postseason. The only reason he stayed there, even though he was terrible in the regular season, is because he was so good for his last postseason run. But that right there, can't allow it. He allowed the run when he came into the 8th, and he allowed the 3 runs when he came into the 9th. Now we're a loss away from being out of the playoffs. So winner take all game 5, bro. Diamondbacks are good. They just simply are. They had one of the best free agency periods for the 3rd straight offseason, and it's paying off for them. Winner take all at home. It's got to be Chase Dollander on the mound. Cy Young award-winning Chase Dollander, but I think it's time to have Jimmy Blanco be our closer. At 90 overall, I think is a really good option. All right. Did not think we'd already be here, but we have a risk of not even winning the postseason series here. Rocking the purples. We just lost in the purples. No. We also lost in the whites. We did not lose in the blacks. We're rocking the black unis right now. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that because I want to manually choose our pitcher here. Because they would have us pitch Herb Reyes. We're not pitching Herb Reyes in a winner. I mean, if you're a gambling man, then pitch Herb Reyes. I'm not a gambling man. I want to win. I want to go back-to-back in the World Series, man. So, that being said, we're going with Chase Dollander here in this game. It's got to be. I imagine the Diamondbacks should be going Logan Webb because Dollander had full energy, so Webb would too. With the 2 days off that we've gotten so far in the postseason. We've won in the Blacks. We also won in the City Connects. But I like the Blacks better than the City Connects. Didn't start using them until pretty deep in the series, but I really like the Rockies black uniforms. The shoulder stripe's a little weird that it goes like, I don't know. But I still like it. It will be Logan Webb. This makes sense. Ace versus ace in a winner-take-all game at Coors Field. This is what playoff baseball is all about, baby. This is what playoff baseball is all about. Oh boy. Good start. Great start by Dollander. All right. All right.
The designated hitter, Neil.
Prove to us why you were snubbed, Neil. Right here, right now.
Oh, that's low.
This is the time. Shogun or Henderson. He's playing third base right now.
That's the ball.
Show him why it should have been you.
No strike.
Who won MVP. Actually, Gunnar Henderson might be DHing for the team. I have no idea.
Ball 3.
Looks like Webb just wants to pitch to Zach Vaney. Here's what the situation is looking like. Dorsey's ahead 3-0 on the count. Just leave him a cookie over the middle and crush it. Actually, really solid 3-0 pitch. Yeah, it was far enough out that you risk it being called for a ball, but that one was certainly going to be called for ball 4. Dorsey was ready to swing. I mean, the pitch that was close, he was swinging at it. He wanted it. Webb wanted to pitch to Veen instead. Was it a mistake? Yes, it was! Zach Veen crushes the first pitch. It's 3-0 Rockies in Game 5. 453 feet. You knew it the moment it left his bats. That's what you get for pitching scared, Logan Webb. Take a 3-run homer right to your face. Oh, baby. If that had ended up going foul, I would have been crushed in spirit and in soul. An upper decker. Let's go, baby. Oh, man, what a moment. Said at the same time. I mean, that's the thing that, like, you pitch around a batter. The thing with this team is Henderson puts Arizona on the board. The thing with this team. Oh, my goodness. Chase! There we go. The guy you're getting next, unless you're at the very bottom of the lineup, is not very easy. Chase back up. Need to have a better inning than he did in the second. That was a walk here, but otherwise a good inning. All right, Webb's starting to kind of get in his bag a little bit here. Got the bottom of the order. You should be able to retire him here, Chase. Don't let the Diamondbacks tie it up. Dollander doesn't have his best stuff here. Fortunately for us, Logan Webb, I mean, the last couple innings he has, but Chase the ace. Have to get him out here. A double play would be perfect. But falling behind 2-0 is not the way we want to do things. We say he went around. No, he didn't. He's behind 3-0. How are we pitching around Tommy Troy? Throw him a pitch. I mean, that was maybe a little bit too much of throwing him a pitch. Luckily, Troy just wasn't swinging at anything there. That's foul. There we go. What a comeback there. Falling behind 3-0. Coming back for the strikeout. That's what I love to see from Dolander. Don't coach him like that? What, tell him to throw something to pitch? Yeah, he took it a little bit too much to heart. All right. Nice pitch. That's where we want it. Ahead 0-2. What are you gonna show me here, Chase? Are we something nasty for strike 3? No. That's hit deep to right field. And a home run on an 0-2 pitch. Spoke too soon, Bozo. You're just a little bit too behind. Chat's just a little behind. Oh my gosh, he crushed you. He crushed my soul too. Come on. On the offense now. We do nothing that inning. Chase is out after 4. Maybe we should have pitched Herb Reyes. Arizona adds another. And our offense is getting demolished by Logan Webb right now. One of the aces showed up a little bit. I mean, Webb had a tough start, but he's come back in a major way, though. We might have something cooking here in the 6th. Might have something cooking here in the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check it out. The MVP is on at the plate here. Come on. Oh, that's a pitch right over the middle. There's no way we're going to ground into a double play on a pitch right over the middle. There's no way we're grounding into a double play on a pitch right over the middle. We should be tied. We should be tied right now. It's 2-2. This is winner take all. And Dorsey just choked away a home run pitch. We got nothing out of that inning. That's unbelievable. Guess we can hop in again. Don't want to have my pitches crushed. It's game 5, yep. Win or go home. And this team looks like it wants to go home. I can't believe it. I find Chase today. I mean, that was... He's been so consistent, not only in the regular season, but in the playoffs. the last 2 years until this game, he was money on the mound. Had an awful game today.
Ball one.
And that Neil Dorsey miss that's gonna haunt. That's gonna haunt a player like Neil. A pitch that should have tied this game up, and he grounds it to a double play. This we got one more time through the order here. After Rocha just sits on a pitch that should have been an easy swing.
Ball, that's
We can
off
do
the
it.
plate.
We just got to get Logan Webb out of the game. Because he's had our number. That's the first inning. Although, to be fair, again, he deserved to give up another 3-run homer if Dorsey didn't choke it. So he certainly hasn't pitched a perfect game, but we need somebody else on the mound for the Diamondbacks to win this game. Sitting on some pitches here. That's not terrible, up 2-0 though. It wasn't like the easiest pitch to hit by any means. Ooh, that one you want to keep fair though. All right, Salazar, we've been waiting for you to make a moment all episode or all stream. Now's the time. No, it isn't. Got one more time through the order. Top of the order comes up in the 8th. That's our only chance. Top of the order has to come out, and the bullpen has to not allow anything else. Come on, Brian Doe.
Now pitching for Arizona.
Tony Santillan. You can hit Tony Santillan. 0 for 4. Herrera's 0 for 3. Now you've piqued my interest.
Designated hitter.
Now you've piqued my interest. Dorsey, redeem yourself. Redeem yourself, my guy. Come on.
All one's the count.
We can't lose to the Diamondbacks.
Ball one.
I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that in the sense that they're so far beneath us, but if Santillan ends our season, that's going to be a big blow to the nuts.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We can't have Santillan end our season. Yeah, I mean, Santillan, we won you reliever of the year. Can you give a brother a bone? I resurrected your career, took you in that Rule 5 drafts, nurtured you to be the best closer in the entire NL.
3-2.
Pay me back a little for that. Yeah, I know we cut you loose once you sucked in the World Series, but what'd you want me to do at that point? You know what I'm saying? If Santillan closes us out, I might even just have to go straight into the long-term sim. That's how demoralizing that would be. 3-2. Dorsey chokes it again.
He's out.
Now pitching for the Rockies. Number 7. Now pitching for the Diamondbacks.
At least it won't be Santillan that ends our season.
Jose.
There's some solace to take in that. How much solace? I don't know.
Leading off for the Rockies, the right fielder.
But don't say never yet. We still got some talented hitters. Your top, bottom of the ninth. We got Zach Veen. We've got Ethan Salas. After that, might be getting a little dicey. Omar Figueroa has had his moments, though, so I'm not going to count him out. We just got to get all three of these guys on. Somehow got to get these guys across home plate. Santana can hit for us. Come on, get down. Let's go. Zach Bean gets on base.
Now batting, catcher, Ethan.
Oh, boy. We've allowed some... No. No. Yes. Yes. Still are out at seconds, but we don't ground into a double play.
Now batting, first baseman, Omar.
Oh, man. Double play, I'm calling it. I'm assuming you chatted that before the ball that should have been a double play, and you're not talking about Figueroa. Might be talking about Figueroa, though. Oh, my gosh. I don't know why chat is always so behind. I don't know how to fix that, or even if I can. It's not like you guys are that far behind, but probably about like 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds.
2-1.
You had it. You had the call. Slipped out of his hands. Luckily, that's lucky for us, though. Oh! Crush that changeup over the middle of the plate, please. How many pitches in this series have we gotten just right over the middle that we have done nothing with, and then... On Rocha. Hitless today. Season comes down to the Rookie of the Year. The young guns, Rocha and Salazar. Rocha and Salazar. Those are our hopes to extend our season. Yeah, don't even get me started about that Omar Figueroa at bat. Rocha! Stay fair! It did! No, it didn't! I thought it did! No! 7 feet, that wasn't even actually all that close. Why the rookie got to be the last out? He almost crushed that pitch. There's no way you go from that to crushing another one, right? Ah, that looked like it hooked after the bar. And we're done. We lose to the Arizona Diamondbacks in the NLDS. I mean, I showed you guys the top of Arizona's roster. It is stacked. This is probably the best infield I've ever seen the CPU ever make. And they came into play. Gunnar Henderson had a clutch home run. Ellie De La Cruz did clutch things. Logan Webb, who I think they got 2 off seasons ago, maybe last off season. They have invested a ton of money into this team. And it paid off for them this year. They had a losing record last year despite all their investments. And instead of, tuck and tail, they decided to double down, invest further, and it pays off. They beat the Rockies. I definitely thought we were at least making it to the World Series. The very least the NLCS this year. Arizona goes to 7 against Miami, and it'll be Angels, who got Paul Skeens, versus Arizona, who got Jackson Holliday and Shane Baz this last offseason. Can't expect to win every year, yeah. You can't win every year in baseball. Thought we had it this year, though. Angels have a 2-1 series lead. 3-2 series lead. It's game 7, all right. You gotta... Let's just see what happens in game 7. That's going to be the last thing we do. Did we at least lose to the champions? Did we at least lose to the champions. That makes you feel better, right? When you lose to the team that ended up winning it all. Because then you can convince yourself, hey, we were two pitches away, 2 swings away from winning it all again this year. You know what I'm saying? Because even that series against the Diamondbacks, you very well could have argued we should have won it. All right, let's see how this game goes.
Ball 4, take your base. You're out. 3. Out. 3. Out. You're out.
Oh, man. Crazy loss. De La Cruz and Batty going to work for the Angels here. Putting them up 2-0 in Game 7. Oh, yeah, the Angels are putting in some work, but the Diamondbacks have come back from worse. Anderson puts Arizona on the board. They're not going to get shut out in Game 7 at least. Arias with another homer. I used Arias in my athletics franchise, and I really liked hitting with him. Gotta be an old man at this point in this series. But unless Arizona's got a miracle, it's looked like it's going to be Angels to win the World Series this year. And I will be. Arizona can't get... I mean, they went to 5 against us and won. They went to 7 against Miami and won. You can't win on the winner takes all game 3 series in a row. I feel like there's got to be a rule against that, right? They also, of course, won the wild card series. I don't know if they went to the max amount of games on that series. But the Diamondbacks played everybody tough. Beat us. Ended up losing to the Angels. I think we could have beat the Angels. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, we could look at their roster. I don't even think we need to. I'm pretty sure we could have beaten the Angels. Tough break against Arizona. So no repeat championship. The number of World Series won by this team will remain at 1. We're going to be doing season 9. And another full season stream. Get 2 infielders to retire. That's really sucks. That's like the one part of the team that we can't really lose people right now. But they're both terrible, so I guess it makes sense. Nobody goes to the Hall of Fame. We'll be doing another similar style stream. At least that's the plan for now for year 9. That's what we'll be doing. But next up tomorrow, we've got any 3-star. Oh, you're talking about college football? You'll be seeing some good commits coming up pretty soon in the next episode of College Football 25 Vanderbilt. Excited for that. I thought for a while that I was actually going to do a second College Football 25 series, but with a team builder team, but I don't think that's going to end up happening. I've recorded it a bit, and I just like what we're doing with Vanderbilt right now, and I think I want to focus on it. So that'll be coming out tomorrow. Can we do? Yeah, I got some ideas for the offseason. I think we might be streaming the offseason for Vanderbilt. We can maybe look at some scrimmages. I want to build out a playbook on stream, kind of get some input from chat as well. And of course, see the transfer portal, because that's going to be really fun. See if we can get any studs in the transfer portal. I'm excited to keep going on the Vanderbilt series. I'm also excited to keep going on this. Probably be somewhere at least a few days, if not a week, before we come back to this as well. But for season 9, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet with the Rockies. Before I forget, because I absolutely will. I'm gonna save this. I'll forget if I don't do it right now. But thank you all for tuning into the stream, and a special thank you to all of you who hung out in chat. Made the stream more enjoyable, even though it was a heartbreaking loss. Being able to see it with you guys makes it a little bit more fun. So thank you all, and that pretty much wraps up the stream. Go Rockies! Better luck next year, I guess.